Good evening, I'm the Game Tutor. Earlier this year, Yoku's Island Express reignited the fire in the Adventure Pinball genre, long thought lost to classics such as Sonic Spinball, Kirby's Pinball and Pokemon Pinball. Now Momonga, if that's pronounced right, Pinball Adventures tries to continue this, but sadly falls very short of the mark. Now firstly, the game was very obviously designed for mobile, and while this is not inherently a problem, it definitely comes across in the very familiar levels where you earn up to 3 stars layout of the game. The game sees you take on the role of Momo, a flying squirrel on a quest to find his family who've been kidnapped by owl bandits at the start of the game. Story's light but fun, and definitely for the younger audience this game is clearly aimed at. Now the issue however with the game being aimed at a younger audience is that it is actually fairly tricky and not really for the right reasons. Now there's about 9 story levels and the game can be completed in about an hour or so depending on a reasonable amount of luck mixed with a tiny little bit of skill. Now I've played a lot of pinball games over the years, and nailing the feel of the ball physics is integral, and sadly Momonga Pinball Adventures doesn't really manage this. The ball feels far too heavy and your flippers rarely feel like they propel the ball with any real force. Equally, predicting where the ball is going to go based on its location on the flipper feels very off. After years of playing pinball, I feel I'm pretty good at aiming a ball with a flipper, and in Momonga Pinball Adventures I felt that luck more than skill usually guided my ball to the right place. Equally, it's not impossible to perform any kind of advanced pinball techniques due to the physics being too weak and the pinball flippers not really having the right sort of force behind them. Now as you play the game you essentially have 3 lives that are lost every time you lose a ball. While this makes obvious sense, there's some issues in the way that the latter stages of the game deals with multiple balls, e.g. multiple players. It doesn't quite work very well. Now during the game the pinball levels are broken up with this bizarre flying panda stages which see you fly through clouds picking up donuts and pizzas in an endless runner type game. Again, this obviously harks back to the mobile start, but again it's really weird and really out of place. Oddly, these are controlled by the L and the R buttons rather than the analog stick or the D-pad, and the movement of these levels is very clunky and awkward, and they're very difficult to play with any kind of real sense that you're doing a good job. The same mechanic appears during the regular levels occasionally, and challenges to collect stars. Controls are equally sadly awkward here as well. Now after the game's relatively short story is over, there are other challenges to complete throughout the game's levels, but if I'm honest, by this point I was a little jaded and the thought of playing through the levels again didn't exactly fill me with enthusiasm. I was desperate to like Momonga Pinball Adventures after having such a great time with Yoku's Island Express earlier in the year, but sadly it's a good idea let down by bad controls and a weak physics engine. Better luck next time.